Sandals Church Youth? Welcome back to your favorite game show. It is Taste Buds, where we got two of our buds here. Will you guys please? Where we got two of our buds here who are gonna try some different foods and try to describe it to their partner without saying what it actually is. But before we dive into the plates of goodness, what do you guys wanna introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'll go first. My name's Christian from the Menifee campus.
Come on, Menifee.
What's good? And my name is Vivi. I'm one of our youth leads at Hunter Park.
That's right, and guys, I'm excited about these two individuals. They are certainly not camera shy. We have our king and queen of TikTok themselves. So guys, we are gonna be diving in here. You guys can put your blindfolds on, but while you're doing that, you should know that you will not be using your hands for this game. But not to worry, I'm gonna help you out. I will give you an assist. So why don't we bring out our first food item here. Before we do, I wanna remind our two taste buds here that they got 3 minutes on the clock to guess 4 different food items. So let's bring that first one in here. Vivi is our first victim, and we got something really, I'm gonna be honest with you, Viv, it's disgusting.
Okay.
But it shouldn't make
Sleeves
a
are being
huge
rolled.
mess.
Should I put my hair behind my back?
That is totally up to you. I think it would be best.
face.
I got you right here. So you, I'm gonna try to make it as easy for you as possible. Don't be afraid to bend your neck a little bit. There you go. Very nice. Vivi is not afraid to find out what the texture is. Okay. All right, Viv, describe it to Christian.
Yeah.
What do you got? What are you working with?
All right, it's for
texture.
sure gummy worms. I know
It is gummy worms, but unfortunately,
I feel like a snake.
you are not supposed to say gummy
supposed
worms.
to guess
But
it.
Vivi, you are so good. Let's get on to the next thing.
I'm
Christian,
embarrassed.
hopefully you do a
On
little
public
better.
television.
No, it's okay. Vivi, this is your first time and you only messed it up a
Sorry.
lot.
I
Is
tend
it
to
on
do
me now?
that.
Christian, it is, but first I want to show the camera, so don't
I'm
bump
so
your head on the
embarrassed.
tip.
Christian, I'm
Vivi,
sorry.
you're
It's
all right.
okay.
Christian's gonna pick up the team.
You got this, Christian.
this,
You
Bryce.
just don't. This one you're gonna want to dive in a little bit fast because
Oh,
it's a
that
little
was
more.
scary.
It's a little more solid.
Got
So
it.
dive in
We
quick.
got 3 minutes.
What's up? That's scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you working with,
It's
Christian?
kind of grainy, liquidy.
okay. That's right.
Kind of sweet.
Okay.
Something I don't like.
Oh, yeah.
I know what it is.
Wasabi.
No, I'd be
No.
crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crying.
She might not know what you not like, Christian.
What's,
Why don't you
what's
just tell her?
grainy? Define. I want to hear more
Yeah.
about the grain.
Here, try it one more
tell
time.
me.
Why? What are you about?
Well, just to help
Can you
with
help
the
me
Yeah,
more?
that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Color? I can't see the color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just describe
I
it
do
for her.
know that.
What might
I
you
said
pair this
sweet.
with?
What's the tech? Like, is it something you
I'm
chew?
thinking- no. You just swallow it down. It is.
Whoa.
It is very,
Keep going.
very liquidy.
Okay.
You got it.
Kinda.
Okay. You said grainy.
Try to use better
you
words,
Could, you
Christian.
could probably bring it for lunch.
Okay.
Or you could feed it to a baby.
Oh, applesauce.
Yes, come on, we
Yes,
got
yes,
applesauce.
yes.
All right, do not smack your hand
I
in
love
the applesauce,
applesauce.
Christian.
Okay.
All right, Viv, your next item is up here. This one is very tasty. I'm gonna help you out here, so why don't
Okay.
you just get right
Remember,
in.
don't say what it is.
Don't say what it is.
Okay.
If you just describe.
It tastes cheesy.
Cheesy. Cheez-Its.
You heard that?
Crunch, right? I hear it crunch.
Okay, so do not say it,
Ruffles.
but you're. I feel
Cheetos.
you got it.
There's a dust.
Dust.
Okay.
Dust?
That it's not the normal kind.
Like a,
Think of Diddy. What were some of his other names? The rapper Diddy.
Ooh.
Diddy.
Blank
It's
Daddy.
a stretch, but it'll work.
No, it's not.
You
a
lost
stretch.
me. You lost
Oh no,
me.
same item. I'm just telling you the specific type of item. It's not the original. Of
got
these
30
cheesy,
seconds.
crunchy.
Oh, puffs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
so,
Cheetah Puffs.
Yes! Here we go. And guys,
go.
our last item, this one goes to you, Christian.
I need the time.
This one is so fun. We got 20 seconds. Christian, dive right in there.
Go,
Yes.
What the heck?
Yes, don't leave it out.
got
You
this,
need to
Christian.
get all of it.
It's chocolatey.
okay. What else?
Liquidy.
Okay. So it's
salt?
something you drink.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Raspy.
syrup.
No. Close, but like.
Okay.
You could eat it
Describe
with a
the-
spoon. You can eat it with a spoon.
Describe the flavor.
Pudding.
Christian. Chocolate pudding! Guys, thank you so much. This is probably two of our best contestants. Christian, please do not choke. But guys, until we see you next time, this has been Taste Buds.
Buds. I missed it.
I'm sorry I messed up on gummy worms.
Stop.
We had that. Wow, that was so
Look at
fun.
this guy.
Oh, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
That was fun. What a good
I made
game.
sure not to get it on you, but you got one little drop.
okay.
One baby drop.
What is going on, Sandals Church Youth? We're so glad that you're here with us at the online service on our YouTube. Hey, do us a favor, just really quick right now, because it's really easy. Click that button, boop, and that you can share it with your friends, make sure that they get on into this. And you know, we're just so glad that you're here. Maybe you're not a part of Sandals Church Youth and you just happen to stumble upon. We're so glad that you're here as well. And if you want to get connected, because we're going to break out into small groups afterwards, go ahead and shoot an email right here to sandalsyouth@sandalschurch.com. So that way we can make sure you have the connections that you need to join us for online small groups immediately following after this video that you're watching right now. So we are so pumped. We have a whole bunch of great stuff. I hope you enjoyed that previous video of us playing Taste Buds. And so we're doing an at-home edition of this. We're filming at home. And so we thought it would be really funny to kind of show you your youth leads home. One, to get to know them, see kind of where they live and how they go about their day. I'm actually like in my spot. This is my spot right here that I spend every morning, and I have some coffee. And so we thought it'd be really funny and really fun and really interesting to see what is your youth lead from your campus spot in their home. So go ahead and check this out.
What is up, guys? Blake Ferris here, your Hunter Park youth lead, and we're gonna have a little tour of mi casa today. So guys, this is my favorite room. This is my favorite place to sit right here. That's right. Why? Because I get this awesome view and I get to look at my plant. His name is Moses, and if you wanna know why, ask me later. These are my fish. I don't have names for them because there's so many, but they live in a water dispenser. Yes, if you open the dispenser, then water will come out. That's how that works.
My name is Byron, and I'm the youth lead here up in Fresno. And I wanted to show you a little bit of my house, my favorite hangout spots, what I like to do. This is my man cave. This is Shaq, Jordan, Kobe in the middle. This is where I got Simba, my Lakers stuff, all my bobbleheads happening, right? I have a fridge, so I never have to leave.
What's going on, guys? This is John from Sandals Church Banning. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys what it was like at my crib. And when I say was, I mean was, because I'm moving today. So, what was it like? Did I have a special place? Yeah, I did have a special place. And that special place was my one-car garage. Super small, but I made it my own. Built some storage on here, played some darts in here, hung up my hard hats from when I used to do construction, comic books, you know, stuff all over the walls, tools in here, played guitar in here. I did all sorts of fun stuff in here, so that's why this was my favorite place.
What is up, Sandals Church Youth? It is Christian, the youth lead at the Menifee campus, and I'm at home in sunny San Diego at my parents' house, chilling to show you a few things. This first is my spot in the whole house. It is in the backyard. And why? Just look. Bam! Comfy. Right here. All day, every day. Bible reading time, chilling time, just staring at this view. We got a field, we got some houses, and then at the very back of it all, on a clear day, you can see the ocean.
What's up, Sandals Church Youth? This is Kyle, youth lead from the Lake Arrowhead campus. That's snow. I wanted to take you guys on a quick tour of the inside of my house. Let's go. So this is my living room. It's a little messed up right now because we have a toddler. So bear with me, forgive me. Those pillows over there, right there, that's my spot. That's where I like to get comfy. I like hard surfaces. I like laying down on the floor. It's close to a window. It's close to a heater vent. That way, you know, it's temperate. It's comfortable for all climates.
Hey, what's going on, Sandals Church Youth? This is Scotty from our Woodcrest campus, and I'm gonna give you a tour of my crib. So here we go. This is our walkway entryway into the living room. We got the open concept, which will lead to, oh, what is that? Family pictures. There's my son, Owen. My wife, Mandy's up on there. But I want to give you a tour of my special spot that I wake up every single morning. I put my slippers on. I got my sweats on. I get my cup of coffee. I come down here into our den area. Cool wood panel walls, and then our cool bookcase with all of my books that I never ever read. But then I come down here and I sit on this leather couch and sip on my coffee, I read, I take time to pray, scroll through Instagram and catch up on social media. Love this special spot in the morning where it's quiet and I have time to myself.
What is up, Sandals Church Youth? You guys, as you can see, this is a very busy street because I live in a very busy street downtown. There's Mount Rubidoux, how cool. I'm gonna take you to my favorite part of the house, and it's simple. It's the porch. So like I said, we just moved here, so you know, we're still getting some vibey stuff, but this is my favorite spot, I'm not gonna lie. I love coming out here in the morning. I love being able to just sit here, like how fun. People, what? Picnic, what? If you ever want to have a picnic with me, it's been done before, come hang.
Well, hello guys, my name is Dan Perzak, youth lead at Sandals Church, Palm Avenue. Come check out my house. Oh, that's locked. And we're in. All right, my favorite spot is actually not in the house, but on the house. Come check it out. Uh-huh. Yep, so right up here is a great place to hang out, chill. You know, I just post up in this little chair here and, you know, just sit, really get some thinking done. Could just hang out, see everything that's going on. Good, how you doing, Dave? Oh yeah, yep, yeah, seriously, that's right, yeah. Oh, no way.
2 hours later.
Yep, that's the roof. Neighbors are cool.
What's up, you guys? This is Brandon Ceballos coming at you live, Sandals Church, San Bernardino. I'm the youth lead there, and this is my boy, Julius. Say what's up. I just want to let you guys know, you don't always have to have your own place when you're an adult. I'm at my parents' house, and this is the backyard. And this is where I have my private time, my alone time, sometimes our time with my boy. But I love it here. I love nature. And yeah, I usually do my devotion time right here. It's really cool.
Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nick Munoz, and I'm the youth lead at Sandals Church, Moreno Valley. And hey, guys, I am super excited because today I get to show you my house, and this is how I stay living. So just check it out. So first thing I want to show you guys is a cool spot I like to go to when I want to hang out or just really get in a deep thought or really do some work or just hang out and look at my dogs outside. This is it. So this is a little corner spot. You know, I put my drink right there. I have a gallon of water down there. I have my computer, my charger, all the things. That's my go-to spot.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Special shout out to all my Sandals Church youth folk, especially if you attend the East Valley campus. If you don't know me, my name is Jared Moses. I'm the youth lead at the East Valley campus. I lead our 6th to 12th grade youth program there. And I wanted to take you guys on a little tour of my house. And I thought to start off, the most important thing in my house that I wanted to show you is this right here. It's my lovely wife, Madison. Everybody say hi, Madison. She can't hear you because you're on the other side of the screen. It is my living room, okay? So here it is. We've gone through, we are now in the living room. We got some yoga mats out here because me and my wife were doing yoga with one of our friends on Instagram. But this is the place that I spend the most time right here, this couch behind me. It might not look like it because my wife likes to keep a clean house, but this is where I spend the most time. This is the place where I like to unwind and just chill. And it's so important for me to do that. And what's cool is that no matter where I'm at, I just get to relax, and it's so fun.
Yeah, that was so much fun to see everybody's spot. As you can see, I have a little guest with me. Hi, Graham. Hi. Hey, how old are you? 3. You're 3, and what are you eating? Strawberry. A strawberry. Yes. So this is my son, Graham. I have another one. He's 4 months old. And so obviously he saw me filming and he wanted to be in the video. Can you say hi to everybody? Hi. Hey. And so we thought it'd be fun, right? The spot is an easy one, but you know what no one asks when it comes to what's happening in your house? What's in your fridge? And so we just asked, you know, just random. I don't know why we thought that, but we just thought it would be really fun. So we asked our youth leads to show us what is in their fridge and what's like their favorite thing in there. For us, ours is strawberries. How buddy? Cheers. Boom, take a bite. So enjoy your youth lead's fridge. There you go.
So this is our fridge. We got all these kinds of goodies. Check that out. Some of my favorite things in here. As you can see, actually, top shelf is kind of me. Your girl loves her berries. Strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. There's no more raspberries. I ate them. We got blueberries. If you know me, you know I love my blueberries.
See what we got going in here. If you look, you can see you got eggs, got milk, got all the good stuff in here. Is the good stuff right here. The Green Dragon hot sauce from Trader Joe's. So delightful in the morning. So good.
Boom. It's really chaotic, but look at all that sour cream. And you know what goes really well with sour cream? Carrots. See, you gotta get a good glop. A good little glop there. Delicious. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on that.
It's almost lunchtime for me right now. Ooh. There's cake. I love cake. I'm gonna snag a little bit of this.
The fridge. How can I forget? I can't. That's the thing. The fridge is so good. We got some milk right here, of course. Eggs up there. Some vegetables. A mango. A mango. Oh man. That wasn't that good.
Pictures of our friends, all that fun stuff, but you want to know what's inside. So take a journey in with me here. I got organic milk. Come on, somebody. Why organic? Because take care of your body. It's important. Don't put all those toxins in there. We also got a gallon of raw milk that just came in from a farm from Pennsylvania. Really good stuff. Well, guys, let me talk to you for a second about these pies. My grandpa used to stockpile these pies when we went fishing. They're so tasty and they last for a long time. This one actually expired January 22nd, so it's 2 months old. But this is the thing. Little fact about these is they stay good no matter how long you put them in the fridge. Oh gosh, our fridge is really gross.
Right in here, we got some pretty premium items. Got LaCroix, of course. Your dressings. These actually right here, some cupcakes I just baked myself last night. Strawberry, delicious. Let's try one now.
Super good. Here's my fridge here. And the top shelf is at eye level for me. So this is where I have all my goodies. I have my Coke, I have my candy, and then right here, I have my Lunchables. I love Lunchables, all right? So this is where I keep all my stuff.
What's in the fridge? Okay, I guess, what's the one thing that we get all the time? We got some milk. We got some Juan Pollo. Oh, I like that. And some beans over there. Apple. We like apples, Juju? Take an apple. Apple day keeps the virus away. You know that? Right? Keeps the virus away.
And this is my fridge. Let's see what's in my fridge. We got some ham, we got some milk, we got some eggs, we got the half-eaten cookie. Love that.
Yeah, that's so fun to see what all those things. I don't know what Nick was eating with the sour cream and carrot. That's disgusting. Don't try that at home. And so here is the deal. We're gonna kind of turn and transfer over into kind of more of our message portion of our service, and then soon you're gonna be going into your small groups. But a couple of weeks ago, we got together, we filmed a whole bunch of different things in kind of preparation of us being able to film at home. And so what we did is we asked our youth leads to kind of give a little bit of their testimony, a little bit of their story of how they came to know who God is and kind of what led them to where they are leading right now at Sandals Church Youth. And so this week we're going to be hearing Dane Perzak from our Palm Avenue campus. So go ahead and take a listen to his story, and then we're going to go dive on into the message before our groups tonight.
Guys, my name is Dane Perzak. I'm the youth lead at our Palm Avenue campus. I just want to talk to you about, the moment God found me. I was 21 years old. It was kind of when everything in my life was falling apart and falling out of my control. It started a couple months before I graduated high school, actually. A few months before I was supposed to graduate, my mom told me and my older brother that we had to move out and go live on our own. And this was terrifying for me. At that point, I was prepared to be living on my own and figuring that out. I never had a job before. My brother struggled with mental illness, so he couldn't really hold a job. And so for years, we just kind of struggled. I struggled like big time, just trying to keep up with all these things that were going on in my life and just be out in the world, and felt so on my own. I wasn't a Christian, didn't grow up in the church. And so I really just kind of felt like I was just kind of drifting. And this went on for a couple years, and things just kind of kept getting worse and worse. Around this time, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she was getting worse every single day. Bills were falling behind. I just felt like, man, all these things I was trying to control in my life, I was sitting there just trying to hold on to it and figure it out, and yet I was failing. It just felt awful. And I couldn't really figure out, man, what am I supposed to do? Is this what my life is? At the time, my friends they would try to give me advice like, dude, just forget it all, man. Just go party and get drunk and just forget about it, drown it out. Don't think about it. And I'll be honest, that sounded really nice, but I knew that it wasn't going to fix anything actually in my life. You know, it gets easy to confuse numbness with healing. And so at the same time, I had someone invite me to Sandals Church, where I started to hear about a real God and what God had for me. And I remember leaving church one night, and it was just like my truck broke down, which was kind of like the final straw for me, where I was there, broken down the side of the road, and just cried. I just cried out to God for the very first time, just saying, God, I can't do this anymore. Just take control. Just, man, I'm giving this to you, and just wept. And it was crazy, and God responded, and I heard God say in that moment, it's gonna be okay. And it was just like this, all of a sudden, all this weight had just been lifted off me, all these things I was trying to control, I had this release where I felt loved, I knew I wasn't alone, and I experienced peace for the first time in years. You know, Jesus says in John 14:27 that I am leaving you with a gift of peace of mind and heart. I don't give as the world gives. No, so don't be troubled and don't be afraid. See, the world's idea of peace is this absence of pain and conflict and hurt and struggle. But Jesus is real. He knows we're going to go through really hard times, and yet he offers us peace in the midst of those difficult times. And so, man, that's my encouragement to you guys. Whatever you're going through, Jesus has a gift of peace for you also. It's what I got to experience. I really encourage you guys, man, reach out, figure out what Jesus has for you in this time. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Sandals Church Youth, that's our heart, is that we want you to know who Jesus is and to get to know the power that he brings our lives and the life-saving power of his grace. And so I love hearing that story. And so I would love to actually dive in to what God has laid on my heart for you and for our groups, because hopefully that you're going to be breaking out into your small group immediately after this. And it's about small groups in the sense of, I would love to read to you this passage in Hebrews, because I think it's really powerful in this time. It says, it's Hebrews 10, verse 24 and 25. It says, let us think of ways to motivate one another in acts of love and good works, and let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. See, I love this because it talks about how important community is, and especially in a time like this, we could kind of put it on the back burner because we're not physically meeting or we're not going to your campus or whatever it is, but meeting together, even if it's digitally, is really important. My first ever small group experience, I was a junior in high school. My parents made me go to this winter retreat thing that our church was doing. I didn't want to go at all. I was actually late going up to the camp because I had a baseball tournament earlier that weekend. And so I got up to this cabin in the mountains late. Everyone was already there. This cabin of guys has been together since they were in like second grade. So I was the new guy coming into this thing. And the experience that I had with them, the first time ever meeting them and my small group leaders, forever seared in my brain because I'll never forget it. It was a unique and weird experience, but also in all the best ways. And so I remember walking up to this cabin and I knock on the door, and from inside I hear, "Take off your shirt." And I'm like, what in the world? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's another guy on the other side of the cabin. And it's snowing, and there's, it's winter time, so it's freezing outside. I'm like, no, I'm cold. And they're like, you're not coming in unless you take off your shirt. And so, I'm like, okay, I didn't know what else to do. And so I, took off my shirt and standing in the snow on the porch of this cabin. And, so they open up the door, and what I walked into was this amazing scene, freaky scene. And don't judge them. This is just what happened. I'm telling you how it happened. I'm not saying it's okay or not okay. And I literally walk in and I see two guys, Wes and Travis, and they're literally wrestling in the corner. And one of them is going like, I heard that you have a big zit on your back, and I just want to see it. Let me pop it. I want to see the pus come out, right? Whatever, really gross. And they're like wrestling over there. And then I have my friend Joey over here, and he's just in his underwear, and he's jumping up and down on the bed, playing like, the floor is lava, and being like, parkouring from furniture to furniture. And then I have this guy, John, who's the guy who's like, you can't come in unless you take off your shirt, because everyone just was like shirtless, and they're like doing what high school guys do which it just wrestle, and there's mattresses on the floor, and it looked like a WWE type situation. And I remember walking into this thing going like, I am gonna die this weekend. I'm not gonna survive. And then I walked down the hall to where the rest of the bunks were for the room, and there's my small group leader who is freshly out of the shower, and so he's in his pajamas, and he has his wet towel, and he rolls it up, and then, mind you, at this point, I'm still shirtless, and he whips the wet towel and gets my back and breaks the skin on my back. And so there I'm bleeding, and the small group leaders, welcome to small group, right? That was my first experience with these guys, and it was not, I was like, I'm gonna die this weekend because I'm bleeding already within the first 3 minutes of meeting everybody. But here's the thing, these guys became some of my best friends. They were in my wedding. I got to experience, I always thought, guys don't share their feelings, and these guys were just, ultimately, they were the first real experience of guys being real, genuine, and honest about their struggles, about their faith, about their doubts. And I became really, really close with them, and I'm still friends with a lot of them to this day. They mean the world to me. And that's the importance of groups. That's the powerfulness of groups, is that this is like lifelong friendships. This is lifelong relationships that we're building to help you push you to be better followers of who Jesus is. And we're drawn to community, right? We want to go to where community is. And, just even the other night with all this stuff with the coronavirus and us being in homes and not being able to hang out with people, at least right now at this time, even my son who's 3 years old, you saw him earlier, even him at his little toddler brain understands that community is such a big deal. Because just the other night, it broke my heart. We were praying and said, hey buddy, what do you want to pray for before we go to bed? And he goes, Dad, I want to pray for the coronavirus to be over so I could go see my friend Wellesley. I miss him. And so just an innocent prayer of a 3-year-old who understands that he misses his friend and he just wants to be with him. That's the power of community, is that we're naturally drawn to go be where the people are and to be in relationship. And that's the relationship too that God wants to have with you, that God wants to have with us. And when things get crazy or we get stressed out, at least for me, is my tendency is that I want to isolate. Meaning I want to just kind of do what I need to do, put my head down and just survive and not share about what is happening in my own life. But in reality, it's the opposite of what we need. It's not isolation. It was that we need to actually be in more community. We need to strive to hit that community even more. Let's be honest with you. Is meeting online with your small groups ideal? No, it's not. Would I much rather be meeting in person with you and your leaders and all that? Yes, 100%. Hands down, would much rather be together. But just because you're in isolation doesn't mean that you don't get to have community. Community just takes intentionality. We get to be creative with it, and that it's the relational connection that we're making with that. The great thing about community too is that when we're doubtful or if we're feeling depressed or sad or anxious or all those things and we don't feel like our faith is as strong as it should be, is that community, when we have people speaking into us and pouring into us, it allows us to borrow faith. Meaning that if my wife is struggling and doubting and all those things, and I'm able to be in community with her because we're here together and we're in this thing together, is that she could take some of my faith and be encouraged by my faith to keep on going and to keep on seeking after God. And same thing vice versa with her, with me, and same thing with you and your groups. Maybe you're struggling right now. Maybe you don't know what to think about all this. Maybe you're a senior and all these things are being canceled right now, and that sucks. I don't know what's happening, but the thing about with community is that you could play off other people's faith, that if you don't have faith right now, you have people in your group that do, and that they could encourage you to keep on going, and you could kind of borrow their faith to kind of continue to move you forward, to step closer and closer to Jesus, to strengthen your faith. Community does that. Guess what? We cannot do that alone. When we're alone, the enemy wants to see you isolated. He wants to see you down. He wants to make you think that you can't beat this or get out of this, whatever it is that you're feeling. And community allows you. So I'm telling you, students, Don't skip out on group. Don't skip out on Wednesday night. Wednesday night should still be a party. Come tune in at 6 o'clock and then meet with your group immediately after that. When we're in community, it actually strengthens your faith, because where two or more are gathered, Jesus says, he says, I'm there. He says in Matthew 18:20, he says, for where 2 or 3 gather together as my followers, I am there among them. Right? That's powerful. So when you meet, Jesus is there, and our faith is strengthened because we can play off of each other's faith. And we want you to be closer now to Jesus more than ever before. More than ever before, we want your faith in Jesus and to be stronger, because you have the opportunity to meet with him more, because it's forcing us to slow down and to really think about what is happening. And so groups are hugely important. Don't stop meeting. Be open. Let them know what you're feeling with. Even the small group discussion guide today is going to allow you to say, like, hey, how are you feeling in all of this craziness that's happening? Be real. That's the whole purpose of Sandals Church, is to be real with ourselves, God, and others. And so we encourage you and challenge you to do that in this time, because you have leaders that care for you, that are for you. You have your peers that are around you, and that you could be open, real, and honest. In Proverbs 3:5, it says, trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. So when we put our faith into Jesus, yes, we don't have to worry about our own understanding, because we trust God. And when we're in community, it also means you don't have to do it on your own understanding. Also, you have other people to speak into what you got going on. And so we encourage you to be real. See, we trust God in these things, and we trust our groups with these things. And here's the thing, you have support, and it's even easier now, because guess what? Boop, it's just a click away. A click away, then you could FaceTime someone. So here's my challenge to you in this time. When it goes back to Hebrews 10:24 and 25, let us think of ways to motivate one another of acts of love and good works, and let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. Here's what it's practical. Reach out to people that you know might need some reaching out to. Almost be annoying in how much you reach out to them and FaceTime them or Snapchat them or whatever it is that you do to communicate with them. Reach out to them, encourage one another, continue meeting as a group, whether that's Zoom online, Google Hangouts, FaceTime, whatever it is that you do to connect. What would it look like for you in this time to really motivate one another in love and good works? What would that look like for you specifically and for your group? And so that's what I want you to go and to discuss into this time. You're about to go and break into your small groups, and we want you to be real and open and honest with the questions. We want you to invite your friends to to come into that conversation with you, because what else are they going to do? Everyone's at home. So invite them, click that button, and let them come be a part of what's happening here at Sandals Church Youth, especially online. And so to end, before we dismiss the groups, I would love to pray this prayer out of Philippians 1 over you and over your leaders. It says, I pray that your love will overflow more and more, that you will keep on growing in knowledge and understanding. For what I want for you to understand is what really matters, so that you may live pure and blameless lives until the day of Christ's return. See, guys, that's our heart for you. We want you to be in community. And so you're going to go right now, right after this video is done, you're going to break out into your groups. Your leaders should be reaching out to you digitally. And then maybe you're not in a group right now and you would love to get into one. Go ahead and shoot an email to sandalsyouth@sandalschurch.com here at the bottom of the screen. And we would love to connect you with the youth lead that's somewhere near your campus. We love you guys. We're praying for you. And we hope that your groups are amazing.